So our next guest is a fascinating drag queen from Canada, and she sent us this video before we talked to her.
When I was a lot younger, I kind of went through a phase of knowing there was something in me that needed to come out, and I kind of went through this very brief period of thinking like maybe I should have been a girl, but I don't know, drag just kind of gets that out of my system. So like I'm just quite content being a guy. Trying to figure it out, trying to see. I went to the old Roost nightclub on 105th Street. It's closed since then, but it was pretty much the main gay bar in town at the time. And one of my very first Saturday nights there, I don't know, I must have been dancing or something, but these two drag queens just grabbed me and said, like, here's our phone number, we're gonna put you in drag next weekend, you know, you're coming over and we're gonna get dressed up and then we'll take you out on the town. Behind every drag queen, there's like a story, right? There's like a hurt little boy, or there's an emotional story from their past that drag is compensating for in some way. I know that's the case with me. In my 20s, I literally was in drag every night of the week because I was depressed and anxious and insecure, and I just didn't want to. It's an escape, right? You can paint a smile on your face and be somebody else and go out and forget about all your problems. And
I should mention, does anyone know who I am? I always do that. I just start blabbing and assume people who know who I am, but there's lots of new faces in the room. So my name is Vanity Fair, Empress 37 of Edmonton.
Vanity was super confident and David was shy and quiet and insecure and no self-esteem. And over the years, the two kind of merged and made the individual I am. Like, I think now David and Vanity are not so different personality-wise, but in the past, like, they were night and day, right? Opposite ends of the spectrum. So as I've aged, I've definitely conquered a lot of my demons and depression and anxiety. Drag has been a huge part of that. It's been very therapeutic for me. I tell people that probably if I hadn't started doing drag, David would not be alive right now. There's a deeper emotional level to drag than anyone realizes, and we're people too underneath all this stuff, so. I think maybe that's one of the bigger misconceptions about drag, is that there is some sexual aspect, and there just isn't. Like, as glamorous as I look, none of this is comfortable, you know, and under the dress, it's not sexy. You know, there's like an old lady bra and 4 pairs of Spanx and a girdle, and like, it's not sexy at all. Here comes mama. Well, I'm definitely not out trying to pick up men or, you know, confuse them into, I don't think I look like a real woman, but, you know, some of them get a little confused. Depends how many drinks they've had, I guess. I think I get more, it's more rewarding with the charity work that I do. The fundraising, benefiting like local charities and giving back to the community. The gay community has given so much to me over the years. I definitely feel an obligation to give back, and so I try and do that as much as I can. I think in a lot of ways, all of us do drag in some way or another, right? Whether it's, I mean, we all comb, well, most of us, comb our hair, put our makeup on, and put our best face forward every day when we leave the house. So we're all doing our own little form of drag. I just happen to go a little extreme with my look. I'm a firm believer of you never know what people are going through on the inside until you get to know them. So behind every drag queen, there's a story. And I think if people just took a chance and got to know the man behind the woman, then they would have a different perspective on the whole scene. I probably wouldn't be alive right now if it wasn't for the bitch you see sitting in front of you. She saved my life and transformed me in every way and made me the man I am today.
Wow, what a nice story. So let's meet Vanity Fair. Come on in, Vanity. Hi there.
Hi, girl. How are you?
Fine. That's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing.
It makes me cry every time, though. That's the only bad thing.
Oh, so what was that for? What was that used for? Where was that aired?
It was for one of our local cable channels, Shaw TV. They wanted to kind of interview different people from different aspects of the queer community and kind of spotlight them. So I got picked, I guess, to share my story. So.
All right. Well, I don't want to ask your age, but how long have you been Vanity Fair?
Well, that question kind of gives away my age anyway. So I've been doing drag probably about 24 years, and I'll be 44 in July, or 45 in July this year. So going strong, girl.
Good. Keep going. Keep it going. Don't let it stop. All right.
Never.
That's great. That's great. So tell me about this title, Empress 37. What's that about?
Okay, so I'm a member of the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Wild Rose. So we're a chapter of the International Court System, which is in your country as well, a big thing. So I'm Empress 37. We're actually on reign 45 in our community. So I was Empress quite a few years ago already. Still actively involved and helping fundraise. So,
what kind of activities or what organizations do you fundraise for?
So our main goal is to fundraise for local, smaller charities within our own local communities. So the Pride Center, HIV Edmonton, those types of smaller organizations that maybe don't get the government funding that they deserve. And then we also do a bursary program every year as well. So we give away money to students, LGBT students in the community as well.
Oh my goodness. How large is it a court? Is it, what's?
Yeah, we're technically a court. I think our membership is around 202 or 250 every year. So we do pretty well. Yeah.
That's very good.
Following. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So tell me about how you perform. What do you do when you're on stage?
Well, Vanity's kind of a dirty old cougar. She's a glamorous old cougar, but she's an old cougar. But she's not about.
I'm not glamorous.
Oh, you are, girl. Don't worry. But she's not above putting on some thigh-high boots and a skimpy outfit and getting out there too and shaking things. So she's all over the map. I like my classic old divas: Dolly, Reba, Cher, Shirley Bassey, all the true divas.
So what's your favorite song to perform?
Ooh. I really love Fancy by Reba McEntire, or New York, New York by Liza too is a favorite. So
that's a showstopper.
Yes.
Do you do a kick? Do you do a kick live?
Oh, I can't kick as high as I used to, but
That's it. So all right. So what's been happening in the drag scene in Edmonton the past year?
You know what? We have a small community, but we have a mighty little drag community. So we didn't really skip a beat here. The instant we were kind of on lockdown, our local booking group, Party Queens YEG, was like, well, we're going to have outdoor shows. So we kind of took over city parks and we were doing outdoor rented sound equipment, and we were having fundraisers and drag shows outside. Our court, fundraising wise, we've just switched to online. We had a virtual coronation last year and crowned new monarchs, and they're raising amazing money this year. I think we've already raised like $26,000 for our bursary fund this year. So yeah, and that's just online shows, live interacting, and silent auctions on Facebook of all things. And yeah, all kinds of cool ideas. So.
Well, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So, how are things up in Canada with the COVID? What's your situation, or what's going on there?
Well, every province is kind of in their own boat, separately run, right? Right now in Edmonton, we are having like a surge of varying cases. So I think we're probably on the verge of a lockdown, but I have my vaccine appointment booked for a couple weeks from now. So I'm counting down the days, and we're holding our own, I guess, best we can, right? What can we do?
That's it. But I love it that you're still involved. You didn't hang up. You're just closed the closet door. You're still working it.
Well, it's definitely different. I took a break for sure, because 20 years of drag, like I was thinking I did drag 1, 2, 3 times a weekend, every weekend for the last 24 years. That's a lot. So I definitely needed a little breather to recharge. But now I'm kind of getting into the recording at home thing and putting some stuff on Instagram to make people smile. And some songs that I have in my favorites collection don't really translate on stage, but in a video, you can kind of set it up a little differently and make it work and make it entertaining. So kind of enjoying that. Plus I can control the lighting, which is very important.
Got to be seen.
Yes.
Always. Oh, don't you hate going into a bar or a performance space and there's no lighting? Excuse me. We started bringing clip lights. We started bringing clip lights with us. We're going to be seen. So what are you looking forward? What are you looking forward to most when you can do what you want to do?
I think the outdoor park shows are probably going to be the first thing we're allowed to do. So once all the restrictions are kind of lifted, right now we're limited to 10 people gathering outside. So I think once that's lifted, we're going to be on it, and we're going to have park shows going and have people outside having a great time, making some money as well. So for good causes. So
gotta have the coin.
Yes, I think it'll be a while before our bars are reopened. So yeah.
All right. So, Vanny, when you get one of your videos that you're very proud of, send it to us and we'll show it some week. We'd love to have that.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. I can do that. I've got a few stashed away.
Amber, don't forget, we have a special surprise for.
That's right. I understand you're a makeup artist as well. I know you do hair as a profession, but there was a special project that you took on. Let's see, what was her name? Misty Beaver. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, oh my God. So, I love Misty. She's amazing.
Tell us the story.
So Misty was my drag daughter. We were doing this annual event called Dyke to Diva. So we would take lesbians and put them in drag and make them all glamorous. So Misty Beaver is my drag daughter, and she won the pageant that night, of course, hands down. And Donna and Misty are very good friends of mine. We've been friends for years, and she's just an amazing human being.
Oh, that's great.
That's a great surprise. Thank you.
So me with the House of LeMay, we host the annual Winter is a Drag Ball every year. It's the largest drag event of the year, over 1,000 people in a club, and we have entertainment. And someone just says, make sure I invite you to the next drag ball, and that definitely will be on the list. Hopefully in February.
I'm there. Yes, yes.
And a few drink tickets too. If that's
yes,
okay.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Vanity. Loved all the